can't really help you there.
Papayas are good, man. Papayas are delicious.
I hate papaya. One time
it smells like shit, right?
One time I took a big old because it tastes like I took a big old bite of a papaya piece because I thought it was like melon or some shit, and I'm like, and just like spit it out. I was a kid, but like
papaya is fucking delicious. It's very sweet and good. It just smells
disgusting.
like ass. That's it.
Welcome back to Spirits Collective.
I'm Adan.
And I'm Alex.
And this is a show where we all learn to drink together.
And today we have Brothers Bond, Rye Edition.
Oh.
All right, everyone. This is Brothers Bond American Blended Rye Whiskey. So this is 95 proof. The mash bill is 77% rye, 16% corn, with wheat and barley making up the rest.
I want exact numbers, Alex.
This is a small batch, 4-grain small batch American Blended Rye Whiskey. This is a limited release. This is bottled and distributed by Brothers Bond Distilling Company, LLC, in Silverton, Ohio. It is distilled in Indiana. And that is Brothers Bond American Blended Rye Whiskey.
You didn't give us a gnome.
Shut the confused me for a sec. So this is Brothers Bond Take 2 Rye Edition. We've done their sort of standard sort of flagship whiskey, 80 proof, and now we got the rye that just came out, and you might notice some smudges all over the label.
Alex freaking scribbled all over it.
I scribbled all over it. No, so I actually waited in line because the celebrities behind this brand, Paul Wesley and Ian Somerhalder, shout out to you guys. Name drops throughout this entire episode. Take 2. Name drop, name drop, name drop. Paul Wesley, Ian Somerhalder. They were in Houston, and I was like, I enjoyed the first one, even though it was 80. There was, I enjoyed it. Let me try and pick up the rye whiskey because the cask strength is like $80, $90. I was like, can't do it. I'll try and get the rye. The line was small. Turns out I was there earlier by a whole hour than I expected. So I was like, all right, I'm staying. I was trying to be there like 2 hours early. Turns out I got the times wrong. So I was there a whole extra hour early.
So you're there 3 hours early?
So I was there 3 hours early. The line got big. It got really big actually. But I was like, this line's cute compared to the last one. I'm gonna just stay and try and get a bottle, try and meet them, whatever. And it's like, oh, it's 12:30. They should start soon. And this couple behind me, his wife was like, no, they start at 1:30. And I had to go to work at 3. So I was like,
oh my God.
They start at 1:30, and my heart just dropped because I was like, I wasted all this time. I might have to leave and not even get a bottle or whatever. Long story short,
fuck work.
1:30 came around. The line started moving, and I was like, all right, I might make it. I might not. I might make it. Should I call in? Should I tell them I'm going to be late? I was like, screw it. I'm this close. I'm going to tell them I'm running late. But it was worth it because I met Paul Wesley and Ian Somerhalder. Got to take a picture with them. We haven't been the biggest fans of rye-flavored stuff.
Bro, we've never had a rye whiskey before.
Yeah, we haven't had a rye whiskey.
This is our first rye whiskey, everybody.
But
I didn't do that time.
This is our first rye whiskey, but we have had whiskeys with higher rye content, like in the bourbons. And we think the flavor we get on those bottles is rye, and we tend to not like it.
But we don't know.
We don't actually know. We just associate it with rye.
This will let us know.
Now we'll know for sure. And it was cool because I told Ian, super enthusiastic, gave me a fist bump. He's like, oh man, you got the rye. That's awesome. And then Ian was like, oh, this is super good. Drink it neat, drink it on the rocks. Let it open up. Just very enthusiastic, very energetic. It made me being late to work worth it.
Sounds like a cool dude.
Yeah, he gave me a fist bump, and I was like, I'm not a rye guy, but this is the one I wanted to get.
You don't know yet.
And he's like, oh, this is, and he was in my face, bro. It was kind of crazy. And he was kind of losing his voice. He did not kiss me, but he was kind of losing his voice because he was like, you could tell he's the one that's just really into it. It's really his baby. So you could tell that like with everybody, he's just giving it his all, and his voice when I got to him was pretty shot. So like, I don't know if that's why he was in my face or he's just, energetic like that. But he's like, oh, the man, I told him I'm not a rye guy. He was like, oh man, this is a good one because it's the one that's going to turn you on to rye. So I think kind of like the first one, he's trying to make rye approachable. He's like, this is the one that people say gets them into rye. So, and I thought that was cool. Made me hopeful.
Cool. It's a pretty nice bottle too, man.
Aiden's gonna have a lot of fun editing that. But I really dig this rye bottle. Actually,
I'm gonna cut the shit out of your story, Alex.
I really dig this bottle actually, and I'm sure you know why they go green, because every rye whiskey, every time anybody has a rye whiskey,
it's green.
That's the color green. And I really dig it on this one. Like, you know what I mean?
It looks like it's like a nice darker shade of green.
Yeah, and it's like a glossy kind of textured. Like you see those kind of like lines going across. You kind of can't see with the lighting, but it's like a nice textured line. There's the same tree, same label almost, with two brothers on both sides. Their signatures, obviously. And I didn't mention this the first time because I didn't know, but it has the corn stalks, and then it has every other grain that makes up the mash bill. So the tree is made up of all the grains that make up the mash bill, which is like a really cool touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I like the bottle design, and I think they nailed their rye sort of label. They're all green. I think they did an excellent job with doing that.
Cool.
Give me more.
Whoa,
give me more.
That was a cool story, Alex. I wish I could have been there.
Yeah. What do you think of this? When I saw this, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is also on their cask strength, a variation of it.
It's very nice.
Like black leather braided little bracelet type thing. Brothers Bond 4-grain small batch American blended rye whiskey, Founders Limited release. I would take that with a grain of salt. I don't know what the hell that means. Oh, and something cool back here that's probably important to the two celebrities behind it. We're giving back a portion of sales from every bottle sold to support regenerative agriculture.
Cool.
So, pretty cool. They could have bagged every single dollar they got, but they're giving some of it back, which is cool.
Very nice of you guys, man.
What do you think? Should we open this?
Let's open it.
All right, here we go, everyone. The cork. Sound. Paul Wesley, Ian Somerhalder. Ooh. I feel like I smell like something toasted already. Should we get in there?
Yeah. Wait, let's
hopefully, let's get into the visuals.
Oh man, very slow forming tears. Very slow. Like they were slow. They're barely moving.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it also looks thin, no? Like I don't see any like.
It doesn't look too thin for me. Maybe a little thin. Not really.
Alrighty. All right, let's get in there. First rye whiskey of the channel. Pretty nervous.
First rye
also
whiskey,
guys. Double celebrity rye whiskey. Kind of nervous.
It's time to bond, guys.
Time to bond. Cheers, everyone.
Okay.
Ooh, so far so good. I was getting like a toastiness away from it, but now that I get in there, I'm trying to pick that up. I'm not really getting that, but there's some nice flavors going on in there. I think I get that rye. I'm getting like a toastedness, a honeyness. Maybe I'm gonna guess like a toasted rye is what that is, but like a toastiness and a honeyness. And there's some other flavors there, but that's kind of what sticks out to me the most.
I don't know.
And then some alcohol. I'm getting alcohol. A little alcohol heavy on it.
I think I'm getting more like vanilla and honey, and that's basically it, honestly.
Honey?
Yeah. It smells good, but not getting a lot of notes.
There's more in there, but that I can't get it for you guys.
Yeah, like a vanilla, honey.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a toastiness, and man, there is some alcohol in there for me.
No,
like
no
burns the nostrils.
It stings the nostrils.
I gotta say though, I was so far pleasantly surprised. I was a bit nervous about that rye.
This smells like a soda of some kind. It's lighter.
That's nice. That's nice. So I like it.
Nice. It's pretty nice. I mean, not a lot of notes. Like I said, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of honey, a little bit of like a soda.
I got like a
sweet soda, like a creamy soda.
I got like a toastiness.
A creamy. All right, I'm ready.
All right, everyone. This is the taste. Paul Wesley, Ian Somerhalder, Brothers Bond. Name drop, name drop, name drop. Right, just like the first one. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everybody.
Whiskey. You know what? I think the rye that we've sort of been assuming is rye, I think we nailed it, right? Because that's taking me back to those other rye heavy bourbons, but this is amplified. That's interesting though, because
It's sweet.
the rye was my least favorite part about these higher rye bourbons, which, like Adan said, they're like 20% or whatever, but just higher than average. And this is a full-on rye whiskey, 77%.
It was pleasant, yeah.
Honestly, so far I'm liking it more than their OG Brothers Bun. Wow, that's nice.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's nice and sweet.
Wow. What was the corn on this? It was like rye and corn and then the other stuff.
I don't know, bro. You're the one that read the things.
Ah, shit. I think it was like 77. No, it doesn't say.
This was pretty good. Not the smoothest whiskey I've ever had. Definitely, it was a little rough, though not
You think
too
so?
rough.
I mean,
A little bit. But it was very sweet. I'm getting a nice sweet.
it's actually, yeah. Go, sorry. Go ahead.
talk for 1 minute.
It's actually
Just
sweet.
1 minute, Alex.
Go ahead.
I'm getting some sweetness, a nice sweet aftertaste, kind of like a soda, like I just drank, like a Coke. Getting a nice little like Coke aftertaste, a little bit of vanilla, some, of course, that honey flavor. It's pretty good. I mean, aside from it being a little bit rougher than like the stuff we've had previously, it's pretty good. But it is also 47.5, so it's also a little bit higher in alcohol content.
Which is nice, but that got me excited but made me nervous. Those flavors we were picking up on these higher rye bourbons was the flavor we didn't really like.
I'm still totally convinced that it's not rye, that flavor that we picked up. Because this,
Well, I
if
think
that was the flavor, this would be f***ing terrible.
I'm gonna taste that again because that was actually way better than I expected. Not a knock to you, Brothers Bond, just because I was nervous about drinking rye whiskey. Man, that's a nice nose. Toasty, honey.
Very nice nose,
Well,
guys.
you got a little different stuff. What'd you say? Like a soda
Like
kind of?
kind of like a soda, creamy soda with like vanilla.
I think I know what
honey.
you mean. But like, there's also a toastiness there that I'm really digging. Man, that's actually like, I'm digging that. A little bitter, but overall, there's like nice complexity in there. Man, I like it. I actually like it.
All right, so we both like it. Let's go on the drops.
I'm freaking glad. Yeah, we'll go on the drops. Let's go on the drops. We're back with on the drops. This is Brothers Bond American Blended Rye Whiskey.
And it's really good so far, guys.
So far, so good. Cheers.
Whoa.
That still smells really nice, but it brought out a different note.
It brought out like a weird flavor. Like a weird note.
It brought out more like toastiness.
Probably like a
That's
papaya,
good.
like a papaya note.
Papaya note.
Yeah, like a
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of papaya, so I can't
Like a
like,
poopy.
really help you. Stop.
All right, let's go. Whoa,
Ooh, not for me.
that's horrible.
Yeah. It was
Oh
kind
my
of like
God.
nice, and then just 10% way in, it was nice, and then just the last 90% was just ooh. I think I like the finish more this way though, even though everything else was horrible.
I was so confident. I took such a big sip. Horrible. Okay. Right now, it's been like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I'm barely getting an all right finish.
All right, I got like a great finish, and it's like tapering off.
I gotta
So,
say, man, like
tapering off.
on the drops, this was probably one of the worst whiskeys on the drops.
We haven't done many on the drops. So.
That being said, neat, it was pretty good. So, I don't like on the drops anyway. So
yeah. For me, the on the drops wasn't the best, but the finish actually was nicer for me, and then it starts to taper off. I'd say like a long-lasting finish because we're 2 or 3 minutes in.
Pretty long-lasting.
And it's tapering off, and so far where it is still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think they got a lot of shit right with this. Right, we're not even rye people, right?
We can't say that. We can't say how much they got right because we're not rye people. We haven't.
But
this is our first rye whiskey.
So far, it was like surpassed expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that for our first rye whiskey, I'm not disappointed.
It surpassed shit though, because like the nose was pretty nice.
Yeah, the nose was.
I was going in there like, and then once I got in there, I was like, oh, hello, how are you?
Shut up.
But yeah, I'm glad because I wanted to like it, but I was like, there's a solid chance we're not gonna like this, and surpassed my expectations. I love the rye label. I think you guys nailed it. I love the name Brothers Bond, and I think you guys got something going here. I've heard some mixed things about the cask strength, and I've been wanting it just because I enjoyed the OG enough, but not $80+ worth enough. That's why we went for the rye.
Ian and Paul, if you're watching this, we'd like to try out your cask strength, bro.
Yeah, send us a bottle of your cask strength.
And I've been wanting to try it. But we're 4 videos in.
But yeah, I've seen some mixed things, but the people that I've seen,
I feel like cask strength, bro, is not for everybody. It's
no. But the people I've seen talk shit about their cask strength are like the snooty types that are like, oh wait, this is the
ones that pretend to like Blanton's, probably.
Yeah. The ones that are like, oh, what is this, MGP? Oh, it's young MGP. Oh, it's old MGP. You know those people?
What the hell is MGP?
It's a pretty big distillery that is well known among whiskey.
Buffalo Trace is like the biggest one I know.
Yeah, anyway, it was one of those. So one of them was like overly over the top. Like I love this.
Where are we in the video right now?
We're still on the drops, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go to the verdict.
Let's go get a pizza.
We'll
come back and we'll do a podcast where we eat the whole pizza.
All right, verdict time. Adan, being someone who doesn't care too much for celebrity whiskeys and this being the first. All right, Adan, being someone who hasn't really tried a full-on rye whiskey before, how do you feel about Brothers Bond American Blended Rye Whiskey?
Okay, Ian and Paul, I'm going to say you opened my eyes to a whole new world because I've never tried rye whiskey before because I always feared that there was this flavor in there that was going to throw me off and make me hate rye whiskey forever. But your bottle was pretty damn good, neat, and on the nose, not on the drops. Though I say that about everything, so don't be offended, please. And don't hate me and send me the cask strength. This bottle was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And if a beginner wants to pick up a rye whiskey, I think this would be a good choice because it was easy for us to drink and it was our first rye whiskey. I don't know how it would be if you're going into whiskey for the first time. And it's because of that little bit of roughness that I would say maybe try something else, but pretty damn good for me.
Yeah. I will also agree. I was nervous going into this because I've tried higher bourbons with a higher rye content, not rye whiskeys obviously, but higher rye content, and I tend to not like them. This one surpassed my expectations. The nose was awesome. The palate was awesome. Wasn't it like rough for me, like you said? But I mean,
I wouldn't say it was like super rough, but there was a roughness.
Okay, and I love the nose, love the flavors. Very surprised overall. I feel like I got that rye taste, but it was much better, and there was like a nice toastiness, a lot of honey in there, and yeah, just I'm happy because I met you guys and you guys were nice and you guys were cool, and Ian's obviously super passionate about it, and he was telling me this is the rye whiskey that's going to get you into rye, and I think he might have been right because it was an overall very, very positive experience, and I'm glad.
So all this did was open a bunch of doors for Spirits Collective to try new shit.
Yeah, so if there's collectors out there that have been wanting us to try more rye whiskeys, we are definitely more open to that idea just because of Brothers Bond American Blended. Just because of Brothers Bond American Blended Rye Whiskey, a celebrity freaking whiskey, it turned us on to rye. So definitely more receptive to rye whiskey bottle recommendations.
I'm going to give this 1.6 bald eagles. Nah, just kidding.
Stupid.
I'm going to give this whiskey a 3.1 bald eagles out of 5.
3.6 bald eagles for me. You guys did a really good job. I was very nervous going into this. Bringing our score to 3.35 out of 5.
Bald eagles.
Bald eagles out of bald eagles out of 5.
We still got our $50 gift card giveaway going on, so make sure to click the link in the description below. Visit our YouTube, visit our Instagram, and while you're there, give us a subscribe and give us a follow. Not a requirement, but it would help us out. And yeah. There's
also, interjection, name drop, Paul Wesley, Ian Somerhalder, Brothers Bond, American what?
4 videos in
American Blended Rye Whiskey.
All right.
American Blended Rye Whiskey, Paul Wesley, Ian Somerhalder. Name drop, name drop, name drop.
Your tongue, bro. Your tongue's gonna get.
Do you remember that fucking the intro to the first one? No, it wasn't. It wasn't the intro to the first one. It was like a highlight of that clip.
That has to go shit.
All right. Let's have one more final sip, which I'm gonna have to pour myself a little, just a tad, just so I can say I sipped something. Whoop. There it is. Let's have one final sip, everybody. Cheers, everyone.
Like and
Don't forget.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody.
Guys, also drink responsibly and drink what you like. Cheers.
And don't forget to comment your bottle recommendations. Comment some more ryes if you have some that you like.
We are now more receptive to them because of Brothers Bond, American Blended Rye Whiskey. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.